Yes, 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 yes. Come on, people, let's go. Let's do this. I tell you, the dawn in the building. How you all doing? This is game week 36. I'm talking about English Premier League. It's going down. It's going down gradually and gradually. I'm telling you, I'm with this man. Kule is here with me tonight. We're going to discuss about the game, the preview of the game. How you all doing? Let's get straight into this. Kule, are you ready? What's going on, bro? You're welcome to the show. Yeah, Kule. I think you're taking coffee for this game week.
Funny enough, it's actually raining. It's raining in Lagos. Very cold, but I'm actually taking a cold soft drink. Funny enough. Yeah.
All right, Kule, welcome to the show. You can see that the game
Yes,
is
the
going
done.
down gradually.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we are in game week 36. Massive. Please, if you're watching this for the first time, this is ONEISTV. Subscribe and also like the video, share the video. Let's get straight into this. Game week 36. So far so good. That's the league table. As far as we are concerned right now, Arsenal on top of the league. I'm telling you, they are 80 points and Man City behind them, and which they have one game to play. And that's 79 points, followed by Liverpool, 75 points. I think, Kunle, at this moment, Liverpool should forget about it. What's your opinion on this?
Yeah, I think I would have to say that because at this stage they would have to rely on Man City and Arsenal sleeping up, and those two, I don't think I see them sleeping up. I think those two are ready to drag it to the very last day of the season. But even for Liverpool, it doesn't seem guaranteed because it seems Liverpool have been out of steam, ever since that FA Cup final, quarter-final defeat by Manchester United. They haven't seemed to get their bearing. Crystal Palace has beaten them in the Premier League. Everton has beaten them. They were knocked out in the Europa League. It doesn't seem to be going very well with Liverpool at the moment. So I think, yes, they should forget about it.
They should forget about it. Please smash the like on the video. It's Premier League time. That's the game. Looking at the top four, I'm talking about the number four. That's Aston Villa. They've played 35 games. They are in 67, and Spurs 60 point. Kunle, if I want to ask you on this one, I think Aston Villa, can we say they're already in fourth? They've secured.
Yeah, they. Oh, absolutely. I think so because Tottenham lost to Chelsea yesterday. That was a good opportunity for them to have closed the gap on Aston Villa, but they didn't take it. So I think as it is now, it's already locked for Aston Villa as well. I think we should already be seeing Aston Villa in the Champions League next season.
Oh, Champions League, that's right. Emery will be so happy about that. Let's move on to what we have. I'm talking about the fixtures 36. Only this is going down. This is game 36. Massive. Luton will be playing anytime, any moment from now. I'm talking about Luton versus Everton. Going into this game, if I look at the table, Luton, they are in 18. Can they survive this with Everton coming up? It's going to be a cracking game as well too. Kule, what's your thoughts on this game?
For this game, Luton need to beg Everton for a favor, like Everton, please, beg, please, because Everton are safe.
Yeah,
Everton, and kudos to Everton because let's not forget that Everton were giving 8 points deduction and they were still able to survive. So kudos to them, So I think in this case they will have to go and beg Everton pay Ejo F1 game, anything that you want. Although that's funny, that wouldn't be allowed. But the truth is they will need a favor from Everton. Why? Because if you look at the table, Luton is just 1 point behind Nottingham Forest in 17th. So Luton are at home today. So Luton must win. It's not negotiable. It's not even a draw. A win outright. They just need it. Otherwise, they might not be able to reverse it.
All right, moving on to this one. Arsenal will be welcoming Bournemouth, the first game for tomorrow. Kunle, this game is going to be. I see it as a banana. Should I say Arsenal will ride over this game? Bournemouth. Look at the league table. Bournemouth, they are in 10th position. There's not a team to write off like that. They are not a team to write off. So
yes, absolutely. But you need to understand that Arsenal are in a different position than they were last season. And also, let's not forget, Bournemouth are not playing for anything. Bournemouth are also safe. There's no threat of relegation. So, and Arsenal are in a much better shape than they were last season. Because if I remember correctly, I think Bournemouth beat them or they drew towards the tail end of last season. I might be mistaken. But this time around, it's different. You saw last week that they didn't even agree for Tottenham. So, if they could do that, why is it now against at home that they will now? If it's that one, no. So I shouldn't say them there for us now.
All right. Moving on to this one, Brentford versus Fulham. Let's look at the table to see. We're looking at Brentford and Fulham. Brentford, they are in number 16, 35 points. And also Fulham, they're already safe already. So they are in 13, 43 points. So Kule, your thoughts on this game? Brentford. Fulham, they have nothing to. They're not.
Brentford are also safe. So, and let's not forget, this is a West London derby, by the way. This is a London derby. So, what I would see in this game is I would see an entertaining game. Both teams will come out at each other. I expect to see goals. I expect to see an entertaining game. In it, there's nothing at stake. So I think both teams will just go out together and have fun. And whoever wins the game, we have the derby bragging rights.
All right, moving on to Burnley, will be welcoming Newcastle, and let's look at the table. Newcastle in 7th position, right behind Manchester United, they have 53 points, and is it Burnley? They are in 19.
Yeah.
I think this moment is the game between three teams is going to go into relegation.
Yes, 3 teams are going down. Yeah, so it's actually between Nottingham Forest, Luton Town, and Burnley at the yes. So Luton, Burnley need this game. Now, if you look at Burnley have not been bad in their last few games. They've drawn. Their last match they drew against Manchester United. They drew against Chelsea. They picked up some decent results, but it's just that most of them have been draws. But you see, the thing is, draws at this point will not help. You need win. You need the 3 points. Are you at home? So Burnley, like Luton Town, need to go all out for that victory. It's going to be difficult because it's Newcastle United, Newcastle, I think, are still trying to want to fight for an European place. They are trying to. I think they want. If you look at them, I think they are 7th on the table behind
Manchester United.
Exactly. So they would probably want to take that 6th spot from Manchester United because, at least playing in Europe is something for Newcastle, right? Because they are not used to. But they would want that. So it's going to be a tough game because two teams with 2 objectives. But I think Burnley will be the more concerned team. So for me, Burnley need to make home advantage count.
All right, Kunle, moving on to this one, Sheffield United versus Nottingham Forest. Let's look at where Sheffield, they're already relegated. They're done.
Yeah.
This Nottingham Forest. I think Nottingham Forest also need this game. Kunle.
Oh, absolutely. They need to beg Sheffield United the same way.
Continue to lose.
Yes.
Continue to lose.
They need to beg because if you look at it last, because last week, Nottingham Forest were disappointing against Manchester City. To be honest, Nottingham Forest for me had everything in their power to beat Man City last week. At home, but they wasted their chances, especially in the first half. They were just so wasteful, and that allowed Man City to capitalize. You can't afford to do that against a Sheffield United who have already been relegated. If you end up being wasteful like that, they are going to Sheffield United. But if they end up being wasteful like that, I'm sorry, Nottingham Forest are playing. They are playing with relegation.
Relegation. Yeah. All right. Moving on to Manchester City versus Wolves. In fact, I don't want to talk about Manchester. I know it's as if they're going to win, but we have to talk about it. Manchester City versus Wolves. Let's see where Wolves is on the table. Wolves, they are in 11th. They are safe, so they have nothing to lose in this game. They are number 11. And how important is this game for Man City, considering the fact that they have one game in hand? Am I right? Yes. So Man City versus Wolves.
Yes, this is we could say that it is an easy game for Man City. They are at home, but I'm very sure Pep Guardiola will not take chances, because this same Wolverhampton Wanderers have disturbed Man City in the past. I mean, they've even beaten them home and away one season like that when Espirito Santo was their manager. So they won't take it to chance. Wolves have nothing they are fighting for. They are also safe. I don't know where their position is on the table now, but
they are in number 11.
Okay, they are in 11. They are safe here, so they have nothing to do. Maybe other than finish in the top 10, which will be a very fantastic result for manager Gary O'Neill, who came in this season. So Man City, they will take it seriously. We could see last week that Nottingham Forest struggled there. Wolverhampton Wanderers might do the same thing. So they can't take things to chances, because if you take things to chances, because let's not forget that Arsenal is going to be playing before Man City. So if Arsenal wins, it is going to put more pressure on Man City. So City need to win. Otherwise, they are playing with the title.
All right, let's move on to Sunday. Who's going to start the game on Sunday is Brighton versus Aston Villa. Straight up, only Brighton welcome. Look at where Brighton is number 12. I can't believe it.
Brighton season has really fallen. Brighton season has really fallen, and you can't really blame them, because the team has really had a lot of injuries, but despite that, they still tried. I mean, if it were to be another team, they were still in the top 10, they were still grinding results, they were still trying to pull their weight. Even in the Europa League, they still got to the round of 16 before being beaten by Roma. So I would say it has been a very fantastic season for Brighton, despite the struggles that they've had. But they are facing an Aston Villa who we know yesterday were beaten terribly by Olympiacos in the Europa Conference League semi-final first leg. Olympiacos won 4-2, and that was very bad because Aston Villa were at home, and this makes the job of the second leg going to Greece much harder. But now they are back in the Premier League, and what they need to do now is to cement fourth place. And I think if they are able to beat Brighton, think this will come. They are fourth. I think they will not be able. I think even Tottenham at this point will not be able to catch them again. Won't be able to catch them if they win. So I think Aston Villa will try to take this serious. Brighton have nothing to play for. They are safe as well. But this game is of importance to Aston Villa. So I think Aston Villa will try to at least get that one to know that, okay, no matter how our season ends, we know that we are back in the Champions League.
All right, moving on to the next game will be the same time on Sundays. Chelsea, the Blues, will be welcoming West Ham. How important is this game to both of them? West Ham is 9th, Chelsea is 8th. Brothers and brothers.
Brothers. Now, I think they are going to be fighting for that European, at least trying to get that European, qualify for the Europa Conference League. So they will try to dislodge Manchester United from that 6th position. It's going to be, it's a London derby, and Chelsea versus West Ham is usually very tough. And I expect to see it that way. Though Chelsea have, they beat Tottenham yesterday, which kudos to them, owing to the fact that, they even had more players injured and, they had a bench that wasn't so strong.
Yeah.
Kudos to them that they were able to beat a London rival 2-0. But now they are facing another London rival that is not going to be easy. And it's going to be nice to see how it pans out because, that kind of a game can actually dictate what the future holds for both managers. Because, it does. Not that they are under threat, but maybe know what it holds for next season, for instance, So it's going to be very interesting to see. But for me, I don't know. I see that game is going to be a tight game and might be ending up in a draw.
All right, we're still coming for that. I'm talking about the prediction. We'll still come back and talk about the prediction. But moving on to this next game, that's Liverpool welcoming SPURS. That's another. Talk to me about this.
Yeah.
On Sunday.
Yeah, this is, I think, the biggest game of this weekend, but it's so fun. But this will be a funny game because this is a game of two falling teams. Two teams at one stage of this season. Let's not forget that as at the start of the season, Tottenham were the ones who were leading the Premier League. Then it got to a point Liverpool took over and Liverpool started winning. But you look at their last few games, both teams have lost form. So it's difficult. It's difficult because both of them and they now both find themselves in difficult situations. Liverpool do not have the title in their hands. Tottenham does not have the top four in their hands. So it's a game that the two of them will chase. Who will win? We don't know. It's going to be very, very. It's going to be very, very. Yeah, it's going to be very, very difficult to, to say. Especially with the fact that that's the first leg. Tottenham won the first leg, but it was a bit in controversial circumstances over a yes, and maybe Liverpool will want revenge this time around. But after Crystal Palace beats Liverpool and what Atalanta did to them, I don't think Anfield is a fortress again. So who knows? Maybe Tottenham might come up and do home and away. But at the same time, it might not be. Maybe Tottenham will chop another beating. We don't know. But I think the game can go either way.
All right, let's move on to the next one, which is going to be on Monday. Crystal Palace welcoming Manchester United. As a Manchester United fan, we need this win. Am I right? And
we need the win. Yeah, we need the win, but trust me, it's going to be a very difficult one because Crystal Palace have been an improved team under manager Oliver Glasner, who took over from Roy Hodgson. That was back in February. Crystal Palace are playing unbelievable football. In fact, I can't believe it. It's so surprising. I'm like, is this the same Crystal Palace? It's really, really amazing. I'm not joking. It's really amazing. The kind of football that they are playing. They are passing the ball. They are attacking very well. They are defending very well. And for a team like Manchester United that cannot even do two simple passes, that cannot string two simple passes, you are now going to the house of a team that know how to play with the ball very well. That's trouble looming, and I think it is going to be another. Man United might win, or I don't know, but I see Man United struggling in that game. It might. Yeah, so it might be another big win for Crystal Palace at the end of the day.
All right. Now, before we wrap up the show, Kunle, there's this question I'm going to put you upon. Let me put it on the screen. Kunle, who wins it? That's the question.
I think I think Pep Guardiola is going to win it. The funny thing is, when they were hit with this 115 charges of breaching financial fair play, Guardiola came out with his own mouth and said that we will win the Premier League. And I guess he's not wrong because everything is in their favor at the moment. At this stage, Arsenal need Man City to mess up. You understand? They need if Man City do not mess up, a fourth Premier League title is theirs. I personally would love Arsenal to win it because Arteta has come a long way with Arsenal and Arsenal are deserving of it. But you can't take it away from Man City. Man City is always going to be there. So the title is in there. So City it will be.
All right, now let's do a prediction for this weekend game. Either win, lose, or draw. Kunle, are you ready?
Okay. All right.
Luton versus Everton.
Win. I think I see Luton winning this game. They really need it, and I think they have what it takes to win.
So Luton wins. I see this one as a draw. We'll come back on Monday.
Not out of place.
All right, moving on to Saturday. Arsenal versus Bournemouth. Who wins? Who is drawing? Or who is losing?
Arsenal straight up.
Arsenal wins. Me, I go for draw in that game. I'm cooking draws. All right, moving on to Brentford versus Fulham.
Yeah, that game, I think I see a draw in that game. Two teams that are very strong. I think I see a draw in that game.
I see draw too. I'm cooking draw this weekend. The draw soup everywhere. Moving on to Burnley versus Newcastle.
I see a draw in that game too as well. I see
a draw as well too. Sheffield United versus Nottingham Forest. Another big game, man.
For this one, I think I would see Sheffield. I think I would see Nottingham Forest winning. It's going to be Sheffield United have nothing to play for, so I think Nottingham Forest at least have it in them to to take this one.
I see Sheffield United winning this one. Sheffield is going to win.
Voila.
You will see. All right, Man City versus Wolves. Can we even talk about that one?
Yeah, I think we can go to the next game.
Let's go to the next game.
Yeah.
It's all written. Now, Brighton versus Aston Villa.
I see Aston Villa beating Brighton.
I see winning there too. All right, what about Sheffield? Chelsea versus West Ham.
So it's West Ham. I see a draw in that game. I see a draw.
I see a draw in that game as well. All right, what about Liverpool versus Spurs?
Liverpool versus Spurs. I think I also see a draw in that game too. I don't know.
I see Liverpool. I see Liverpool winning this game.
Yeah.
All right. On Monday, Crystal Palace versus Manchester United.
Sorry to say, but I see Crystal Palace winning that game.
Me, I see them too.
I see Crystal Palace winning.
Days. I see I see Crystal Palace winning this game. Kule, this is how far we can go tonight. I want to say thank you for joining us. You already finished your drink. That's great.
Yeah.
All right, Kule, thank you so much for joining us on this one.
Thanks, John. It was a pleasure to be here. Thanks so much.
All right, people, smash the like on the video. This is how far we can go tonight. Thanks so much for joining us on this Premier League time. Please drop your own score prediction as well in the comment section, and also subscribe. Turn on your notification button so that you know anytime we go live, you'll be there with us. I want to say thank you so much. Take it easy over this weekend. Bye for now.